drama is boiling over in the world of Sister Wives. And this time, it's not just on camera. Christine Woolley has had it. She's officially done with the chaos, done with the show, and done with reliving her past with Cody. What started as reality TV gold has turned into something she can't stand anymore. Behind the smiles and confessionals, there's a storm brewing. Ratings are tanking, the cast is frustrated, and fans are wondering if Sister Wives has finally hit its breaking point. Even Cody's off doing his own thing, calling the show toxic while Christine admits she flat out hates being part of it. So what really happened behind the scenes? Why are the numbers dropping so fast? And how did a show that once ruled TLC end up here? Stick around, because what Christine says next will completely change how you see the entire series. You ever stumble onto a live stream that feels more like a mini reality show than anything else? That's exactly what happened when Christine Woolley and her husband went live with David's daughter on TikTok. She's been posting a few of these lives on her stream, and honestly, they're pretty entertaining. The setup's kind of adorable. She acts half journalist, half content creator, asking questions like she's running an interview, while Christine and David play along like her guests. During one of these chats, she asked them something fans have always wondered. Do they actually talk about Cody in real life? Christine and David both said absolutely not. They only bring him up when they're filming. It's funny when you think about it. The show's sold as reality, yet they call it the set. So their homes, their interviews, all of it are technically sets. Christine even said she hates it, and not just a little. She got visibly upset during the tell-all because of all the Cody questions. And what she revealed next about that tell-all moment? It takes her frustration to a whole new level. You know that moment when someone just can't hold it in anymore? That's exactly how Christine felt when she opened up about last year's tell-all. She admitted she was furious, like genuinely angry, because the whole thing focused on her life with Cody. Every question circled back to him. His hair, his sweat, their past. She said, "I'm married now. I don't even think about him or talk about him." It wasn't just mild frustration either. She called David right after, venting that all the producers cared about was digging into what went wrong with Cody. Christine made it clear she's done revisiting that chapter. It's not her world anymore. But here's the twist. She recently released a memoir, and a big part of it is actually about her life with Cody. It's a New York Times bestseller, and yes, it dives into her time growing up in polygamy, getting married, becoming a sister wife, and raising kids. So how does she reconcile writing a whole book about Cody while saying she doesn't want to talk about him? That's where it gets interesting. When you really think about it, it actually makes sense. Christine wrote her story, but this time, she was the one in control. She worked on that book over a year ago, on her own terms. No one forced her to answer uncomfortable questions. She shared what she felt ready to share, in her own words, from her own point of view. That's a huge difference compared to being grilled on camera. Even in the latest tell-all, it was hard to ignore how the host kept pushing the women to reconnect. Like TLC wanted a happy family ending to make the show feel complete again. It's obvious what the network's trying to do. They want that emotional reunion arc, the family coming back together, everyone forgiving each other, because that's what keeps viewers watching. But behind the scenes, things are way more complicated and expensive too. And speaking of expensive, you won't believe how much it actually costs to keep Sister Wives running these days. Ever wondered what it takes to film a reality show like Sister Wives now that everyone's spread out? Spoiler. It's not cheap. Reality TV runs on two things, time and crews. The more time and travel involved, the higher the costs. Since the family no longer lives in one place, production has to send separate crews to different cities. One to Flagstaff for Cody and Robin, another to Lehigh and Salt Lake City for Christine, and now one all the way to North Carolina for Janelle. That's a lot of flights, equipment, and setup time. Figure 8 Films, the production company behind Sister Wives, is based in North Carolina, so filming Janelle might be easier logistically. Still, the traveling adds up fast. No wonder Christine feels drained. She's still filming, even though she's emotionally checked out. But here's where things take a turn. The show might not be as profitable as you think. For a show that's been on air this long, you'd expect big paychecks, right? Turns out, not anymore. Season 20 was likely the last under their original contracts. If there's a season 21, that means new deals were signed, and possibly smaller ones. The ratings just don't justify the same pay as before. Even creators online are noticing it. Views on Sister Wives content have dropped dramatically, which mirrors what's happening to the show's audience too. To put it in perspective, the tell-all episode from December 2022, when Christine officially left and the family split became public, pulled in 2.1 million viewers. That was strong. But by the season 18 premiere in August 2023, that number fell to 1.74 million. Still solid, but not what it used to be. And wait till you hear how much lower it went after that. It's shocking. Let's talk numbers, because these ratings paint a pretty clear picture. When season 18 wrapped, the finale had about 1.7 million viewers. Fast forward to season 19, the one where Janelle's big fight happened and Mary finally left, and things really started to slide. The premiere had just 937,000 viewers. The most watched episode that season hit 1.2 million in late November 2024, but since then, it's been downhill. When the show returned for the second half of season 19 in April, viewership dropped again. Only 842,000 tuned in. Even the tell-alls, which used to be major TV moments, barely broke 1 million. Now, the latest season premiere, season 20, pulled just 877,000 viewers. The following week, another dropped to 860,000. That's over 1 million viewers gone in just 3 years, and it's starting to show in more ways than one. So why are fans tuning out? The answer might be the same reason even the cast doesn't want to be there anymore. People originally came back to see the wives leave Cody. That drama drove the views. But now that everyone's moved on, fans are asking the same question the cast is. Why are we still here? Even Christine has said straight up that she hates filming. The upcoming episode doesn't help either. It's all about Cody and Robin pretending they need a new house for a fresh start. But according to the commentary, it's more about financial games and avoiding child support obligations than new beginnings. Meanwhile, Mykelti and Tony's move plays out too. Mykelti explained in a Patreon chat that relocating to Lehigh was all about helping her mom. She wanted Christine to see that Utah was still home, a way to escape polygamy and rebuild her life. But helping her mom came with a cost, and it nearly broke her own marriage. You can really feel how much Mykelti carried during that time. It wasn't just support, it was survival. She said that when her mom was going through that major life change, she felt more like a parent than a daughter. Everything she did revolved around helping Christine adjust, finding stability, and rebuilding after the split. But in doing that, she started losing herself. Her marriage to Tony began to suffer, and she wasn't showing up as the mom she wanted to be. That's when it clicked. Christine was okay now. She'd found David, she'd built her new life, and she didn't need rescuing anymore. So Mykelti decided to step back, move again, and finally focus on her own family. Christine, on the other hand, seems to be in a good place. She and David are happy, playful, and just doing normal couple things, like building Lego sets together and joking around. But trust me, their Lego time turned into something hilariously unexpected. Picture this, 2 grown adults turning Lego time into a full-blown competition. Yep, that's Christine and David for you. They told a funny story about a little morning argument that started while they were doing Legos. David mentioned he was going to shower and instantly realized that meant a race. Whoever made it to the shower first didn't have to do the dreaded squeegee cleanup. So he tried to sneak out, but Christine caught on, sprinted past him, and chaos followed. He tried to stop her, they wrestled, laughed, and apparently she ended up completely soaked. It's honestly sweet. You can tell they're comfortable, still teasing each other like teenagers. She joked that every night ends with a good night, David, and their little hug routine. It's the kind of everyday love that makes you smile, especially after seeing her come from such a complicated past. But the most surprising part wasn't their playful side. It was what David said next about emotions and men. When David started talking about emotions, things got unexpectedly real. He told Christine that guys have strong emotions too, often even stronger than women's. They've just been taught to hide them. Christine agreed, saying men are told all their lives to shove it down, so they never learn how to deal with what they feel. David explained how that bottled up emotion can easily turn into anger or frustration, which plenty of men struggle with. It was one of those honest, thoughtful moments that remind you these two have real depth behind the humor. Then, just like that, the tone shifted back to lighthearted chaos. David joked about their grandson, Henry, and how family moments always bring laughter back into the mix. And once you hear what happened next, you'll see just how playful this couple really is. Ever seen a couple act like teenagers again after 60? Christine and David might be the best example out there. Their little shower race story proves it. David's over 60, yet he's still chasing Christine around the house, laughing, wrestling, and pulling goofy pranks. It's like they've rediscovered that fun, flirty side of love. After everything she's been through, seeing her this happy is kind of refreshing. They even build Legos together, which, let's be real, is awesome. The host mentioned being a Lego fan too, joking about buying a Jurassic World set recently just to build with their kid, even though it wasn't his birthday. That small detail hit home. It's about simple joy, something Christine seems to have finally found again. But happiness aside, there's one question fans can't stop asking. Is Sister Wives finally running out of steam? It's the question on everyone's mind. How much longer can Sister Wives actually last? Ratings are dropping fast, and TLC's been facing the same struggles across their lineup. Cable TV's losing ground to streaming, and fewer people are tuning in each season. The audience that once tuned in for the drama now seems tired of it. Even Cody's behavior on Special Forces didn't help. If anything, it made things worse. Apparently, in that show, he completely ignored his team members, especially the women he was paired with. The whole idea of teamwork went out the window, and fans weren't impressed. It made people question how much of the Cody we saw in Sister Wives was real, or just who he's always been. So where does that leave the show and the family that built it? That might be the toughest truth of all.